Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Learning. In this episode, I will show you how to create some kind of a virtual pagan or like a cult ritual place using geometry nodes. Alright, so of course I'm just joking. This is actually my study of architecture. I look at Stonehenge, and I think I did something like this in the past. But I'm also kind of studying and looking into Smithsonian architecture, and this is actually a really great reference. I haven't been to the museum, but I don't know. I heard a lot of Smithsonian, and I like a lot of things that they're kind of showing architecture or like education. I don't know. I'm kind of like an outsider, but anyway. I studied I like the arc. I just like the shape of the arc, and I'm gonna show you there are two different way. Kind of one of them is better than the other. Two ways to create the arc inside geometry node. So basically that's what it is. The wrong way is doing it like this. Okay, this is the first one. Let me show you. Okay, this is the arc. It doesn't look wrong, but this is kind of like not very efficient way to do it. I'm using boolean, all right, for this arc. Let me show you. I hide everything else by just using the, what is this called? Slice, but anyway, it's on the keyboard. Okay, this is the wrong way because I'm using boolean and I'm using the instancing, and I make two different elements and then I did the boolean. This is very inefficient way to do it. All right, so let me show you anyway. I started with a quadrilateral. Okay, so this is nice. Quadrilateral actually just create a rectangle in this case, and I can make a nice cut like this, and I can adjust the height, right? So that's kind of neat. Just a simple shape like this, if you have it in the real world or in the virtual world as a metaverse kind of place, you know, to do like a some kind of ritual, it still looks fine. And I have this fillet curve. Let me reduce this number, okay, and then increase so you can see what's going on. We have I'm kind of using the index, and then whatever greater than 1 get this fillet. Okay, so that's kind of weird in itself, but anyway, we're gonna continue. The next thing I did was to extrude it, loft it along the curve, and I just arrange it into circle. So I did this arrangement of circle twice. This is not very efficient, so this is pretty stupid way to do it. I mean, it's not wrong, it still works, but we can do it a little bit better. So this is just another square, and so I did the boolean. Okay, let me show you the other one, which is better. There is no wrong way or right way. If you are learning geometry nodes, probably you will make the same mistakes, or you will figure it out yourself. Okay, this is a better way to do it. This one is better. Okay, the gold one. This one is better. Why? Because I separate the geometry nodes into two processes. The first one is actually to create the arc. So, and the second one is to create the arrangement. Let me start from the arrangement. So I can switch between this, okay, the circular array, and I can switch to this also. This one is for linear. Okay, so I think this is much better. So we can switch between the two, so we can actually create more arc for this some kind of ritual. Yeah, cool. Can adjust. So this is the entrance or something. Okay, if I want to kind of randomize the height, or if I want to add a parameter, I can probably do it on the top here. So this is better because I separate the two processes, right? The first one is just to create the arc. This one, make the arc. Let me show you again. What I did is to have a rectangle and another rectangle with fillet, and then combine the two, join geometry. So look at this. If I make any changes, everything will update. And then I'm not using boolean. In this case, I'm using fill curve and actually extrude mesh. So I'm using the new extrude node. With the extrude node, if you don't have the, you don't usually get the back area actually. Let me show you. So this is the normal extrusion will give you hole at the back. So that's why I combine it. I join geometry and combine it, and then just merge by distance, so that will cover the back. So yeah, this is for the arc. The radius and the curve and things like that, they are same pretty much. Here I can control the placement of the arc hole, and yeah, so you got the drill there, you got the arc, and then extrude. So we have the shapes, right? And then the second process is to place these arc shapes correctly in a, and yeah, this is the setup, whether this is like a simple line or whether this is like an arc or circular array, oh, like, yeah. And I'm providing the switch between the two, and then the count and the size. So I think this is nice. This is nice to have. We can make another duplicate and then make a switch. So this is what it means by making it procedural. I can just create something like this, right? So our kind of like a ritual place is set RC 180. So in a, I don't know, in a virtual metaverse, I don't know if people will agree or not, but you probably, someone will create some kind of religion or something. It's weird, but people actually do this kind of thing spiritually. I don't know, if you learn from life and religions and political kind of choice, you will end up with some kind of rituals, or I don't know, like I'm thinking more like a meditational place where you can visit by yourself, and then you pray into higher being or something. Or sometimes you can just go to visit like a nice natural place, like it's gonna give you the same feeling more or less. But sometimes you want to talk to something higher, like that's why you create like ritual place. But anyway, you should be learning something. So yeah, there are two ways. It's not the right or the wrong way, but this definitely not very efficient. This one is not very efficient, and I'm using boolean as well. Boolean is like kind of slow, but it does the job. you can have nice shapes still. This one is using curve to create the arc and then fill it and then extrude it. It's just super basic, but I think this block shape is something that you will encounter a lot in real life, and I think this is kind of nice. Even in a video game or metaverse or something, if you look at this kind of shape, it's like it has this beautiful arrangement. You can walk inside it, you can zoom in, you can look around. It's just nice feeling. I don't know why, but the temple does it, the church, and yeah, I'm not an architect, but I'm learning a lot from the architecture. And yeah, you can create this using geometry nodes. It's super basic. In this case, there is no details, but yeah, with just simple arrangement, it's gonna look really nice. What I did learn, it's something like this, like a chandi, right? This is some kind of temple as well. This is something that you can create using geometry nodes. Maybe the Buddha, maybe you can sculpt it, or you can also try to procedurally create it. But the rest of them, like the stupa and things like this, yeah, it's just another kind of religion temple. That's what I think. It's just really weird, because if you're starting to enter a metaverse, you will definitely have this type of architecture. All right, so yeah, not for some kind of ritual, or I don't know, but seems like people will create this type of things anyway. All right, so thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.